Okay, we're almost done. We've got one more call to make, and that's going to be to add a comment. So we tried out search, we've got the next previous, and we see that we've got our comments are being listed. So we want to be able to add comments. So let's hook that up. And this one is going to be another really simple one. So we already have that function that's firing that off. And we can do the XHR request in here. So we've got to do a lot of these XHR requests because unfortunately we can't return the data because this is loaded asynchronously. So with JavaScript that becomes problematic, and that's why it does look like we're doing a lot of repeat of code. There are different ways that you can better structure this. So there are different formats that we can use, and we saw that earlier that we had the make post, make get. So we did have some flexibility in making these calls and updating, but it becomes problematic when you want to really do some customized stuff with that data that you're making use of. So this time, what we want to do is we want to post information. And we saw that over here. So where's our post? We can post some data. So we'll just grab that make post, go up to here and paste that in. And I'm going to clean up the code again. So moving out all that excess white space. So we are posting to the comments. We need to get some information that we're posting. So we can grab that content from the text area. So going up here, this is where our comment stuff is sitting. It's sitting within that comments. So we can grab that information, just grab out that value. So let's do that first. So do variable, comments, and let's do get element by ID. And we had called it comments. And we're just going to grab the value of it. So let's double check, make sure that it's called comments. So it does have an ID comments. We're grabbing the value of that. So add comment. And next we need to, so for now, let's just console log out that response information, post. So we need to have a URL that we're posting it to. And we saw how easy it is to simply post stuff here within the server. So instead of posts, it's just going into comments. And then of course we need to specify the data that we want it to send over. So that's one of the things here that we definitely need to customize that data. So we can do that over here. So once we're ready to add the comment, we've got a value for the comments. And we can do, let's go take a look at our database one more time. So we've got body and we've got post ID. So the post ID has to match with whatever the current ID is or wherever we want to post this comment to. So let's update that. So this one has to match that value. So this, again, we do have that value globally. So we can just simply grab that current ID. So whatever the current ID of the page is, that's where we're dropping this comment in. So current ID, and then lastly, we just need body. And body is all going to be sitting within comments. So it's as easy as that. Paste that comments body. So we've got our data, we've got comments, and we've got the content type. So we do need that header if we are doing it within a form format. So refresh and previous next. So we've got that one comment. Let's do test. So we added to ID 2. So that actually go over to the next ID. And we see that we've got all of those comments listed out there. So we've got it on ID 1. And let's see what our database says. So down here in the comments, so we're going to post to ID 1. So it's returning back. So that's all working properly. We see that they're each getting brand new IDs assigned to it. We can add a brand new one. So it's going out to the right post ID. It's posting whatever is in this field. So it's adding that in. And we see that's dynamically adding it in. If we move to the next post, so there's our next button, we can add in a comment there as well. And one of the things you might notice that it's not until we refresh that's not adding those comments. So let's fix that up. That's a little minor bug. And we can really easily fix that. So we know that we're getting a response back of post ID body. So we're getting all of that information. And we know that when we built out our comment object, we just added to the inner HTML. So as we loaded the comments, all we did is update the inner HTML, and we can actually do the same thing here. So even though we're adding a comment, whenever we get our response back, we can make use of that response information. So let me set up a variable, my object, and equal that to that XHR response text. And this is always going to be, let's double check just to be sure. So we don't actually, it's only returning back. It's not returning back an array of items or array of objects. It's just simply returning those back. So let's try that out now. So now, whenever we go next and let's do test, it adds it in automatically there. So we don't have to wait till we do a refresh. And all that's doing is that's updating the DOM. The database was always getting updated. It's just that we didn't update it dynamically right away for the user. So there we go. So that is everything that's the basics of what we're doing within this. So there we go. So now it's up to you. So take what you've learned in the earlier lessons and try it out for yourself. Add in a search, add in the ability to get comments, add posts, see the posts, search the posts, and a whole lot more. And you can even customize that database to really suit your needs. Get comfortable using JSON and then AJAX as well. And you can try different formats for AJAX. You could try it within jQuery. You could also try it within Fetch. So there's a number of options here. And this is running locally. So you have lots of room to experiment. And you can always see your JSON data at any time just to double check. So you can always refer back to it when needed. So I hope you've had the opportunity to try this code out for yourself. And this is a really flexible way to practice and work with AJAX.